Firstly, I'd like to say a huge congratulations to my sister Gail and her boyfriend Ben, who recently just got engaged. Hi guys! So I know we're in a different location today, but I thought that since Christmas is only just a few days away, I would move it to a more Christmassy background sort of setting, so we are here in front of our Christmas tree. So I am so happy to see the lovely responses I got from the last video about survival techniques for Christmas, and a lot of you seem to take that in mind, either using mine or coming up with your own to help yourself prepare to survive Christmas with your friends and family. I wasn't really sure what to do for today's video because I know I was going to do like a Merry Christmas one for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. So I was sort of like, well, what do I do today? So this one is literally going to be about taking a breath and enjoying it. December and the whole Christmas season is constantly feeling like it's on fast forward. You never catch a break. You are constantly rushing to come up with lists for Christmas cards, for presents, for decorating your house, for trying to squeeze in friends you haven't seen to give them their presents or see them with their back from where they've been. And the whole season is constantly on fast forward, and you never really get a time to sort of just sit down and breathe. And you really need that, especially when you have a mental illness. You need to sit back, breathe and prepare yourself for what is going to be a really tough challenge to face. Every year I sort of panic and do everything at the last minute, but this year, because my mental illness had got worse, I wanted to prepare myself so I could have a break to rest. And I had done that. I'd got everything sorted, so I'd have about a week and a bit to sort of just sit back and relax and not panic. And yet part of that is good, but I also think it's better if you just have a few days, because if you have basically a week and a bit, it's nearly 2 weeks off, you sort of sit back and think about what Christmas is going to be like and plan for it. You start planning the worst scenarios, which isn't a good thing to do, especially if you have anxiety already. Your mind comes up with things that could never possibly happen, but for some reason seem possible in your mind. So maybe if you do it in future, or if you've got everything done now or starting to get anything done, just sit back for these next few days and just think about the good things that are going to come out of spending time with whoever you spend with on Christmas. You know, as I said, don't stress about presents. They like them, they don't like them, who cares? It's not about the presents. But just take a breath. You know, looking around this year, I have noticed how different my life is since last year, and it has changed dramatically in a sense of I'm not living where I lived last year. I'm in a complete new different location. But also the fact the different tips and techniques that I've learned this year that I didn't have with me last year, and also how much I've come in the sense of the mental side. Yes, some months I've slid so far back towards the suicide end of it, but then every time I've slid further back, I've come back stronger. So while you're taking a breath for Christmas and as it's moving on to New Year, start to look back and think about how much you've done. People who've only just been diagnosed with mental illness, or people who've had it for years, will know that looking back and thinking about it is a really sort of good technique to do. You know, so what if you fell back? I've fallen back into the big pit of despair more than I'd like to think of this year, but I've come back stronger. And for that, that's what I look at the positive side for. Because if I start thinking back, well, as soon as this problem hit me, I fell back, I got worse. But I've climbed myself back out of it, and I'm standing here, well, sitting here today, looking forward to a gathering of my family around Christmas, and looking forward to seeing in another new year, whereas this time last year, I didn't think I'd even see 2014. So sort of be grateful for yourself for these next few days before Christmas and everything seems on fast forward again. Just think about yourself and how far you've come and how amazing it's been to sort of take that. Yeah, it's horrible and it's painful and it can literally suck the life out of you, but you are also going to be, at the end of it, a better person. I am far more stronger, a better person for going through what I had to go through. And I'm still going through it today. But you know what? Some days I literally beg that I wish it never happened to me. But a part of me is glad that it did. Because it has made me a lot stronger. And it is giving me a new outlook on life that I have to keep with me now on this rest of my journey through. So for the next few days, go on a walk somewhere to look at all the pretty houses that have got lights outside or inflatables in their gardens. Speak with some friends if you want, or, you know, just look around your own house if it's decorated or wherever you will be, and just think about how far you've come and just focus on the positives. Yeah, if you've slid back down, who cares? You got back out of it. That's all that matters, is you got back out of it. Or if you haven't got out of it yet, you're getting out of it. And you're still around to see Christmas in. And that's all that matters. So for these next few days, just take a big breath and be proud of yourself for how far you've come and how amazing you all are. As I said, I would be doing like a Christmassy one on probably Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I'll probably film it Christmas Eve and either post it up late Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and it will not necessarily be like Christmas, but mostly just a roundup thing of saying Merry Christmas. A lot of people have been worried that about over Christmas I might all of a sudden going to disappear again and not come back until January. No, I am not disappearing from the group. You know, mental illness doesn't get a holiday, and neither does this group. This group runs literally 24 hours every day. I don't, you know, mental illness can hit at any time of any day. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas, it doesn't matter if it's just a normal boring Tuesday. So I will still be looking at the group on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, and I will still be replying to emails. So if anyone needs anything, that I am still going to be there looking at the group on the holidays, because as I said, mental illness, it doesn't decide to give yourself a break on Christmas. I am not going to leave everybody in the lurch if anyone needs any help on Christmas Day. I have family and they understand how important this group is to me, as well as spending time with them. So I will dedicate a few hours, like I've been doing, do it in little chunks to see if anyone needs anything. So if you do, I will be here. Also, people have been sending in, I think people now feel more comfortable to sort of give me ideas. Before, people just wrote in ideas, but now they keep giving me ideas for vlogs, which I think's really good, because it is hard to come up with vlogs and vlogs every week. So I think it's really quite good for ideas, and so keep sending me in. Some of them are quite good, actually. You know, some of them are quite good, and one of them was like they wanted to follow me around for a day, and quite a few people have said that, and I was like, I could do that, but really it wouldn't be interesting. I'm really not that much interesting person to sort of be around and have a camera in my face. But you know what, if many people want to see what a day in the life of someone with a mental illness, then I will do it. But so just keep bringing stuff in. As I said, I'm still going to be running the group 24/7, and I will see you in a few days for Christmas. So thank you so much for all your continued support. It has been absolutely brilliant this year to be on this journey with you, and I cannot wait to see what comes in the next year. So I will see you in a few days. Bye.